Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Naruto Shippuden episode 32, the end of this arc. What happened last time?
Last time was Gaara being brought back to life and Lady Chio sadly dying. It was a really, just a really impactful episode. Really, not a lot of action, just talking, but it was really nice.
And we're going to see how this all wraps up, and hope you enjoy our reaction to it and our review of it. If you just can't wait for the next episode, you can go to patreon.com/boldcast and check out all of our tiers there. You can get 5 episodes ahead on Naruto and a week ahead on other shows, and see what else we got in store. There's a bunch of exclusive stuff there. Also, this is not a market substitute. Don't come here to watch a show for free. Come here to hear what we have to say and see our reaction. We're not posting this with the intention of stealing traffic or revenue from Netflix or Crunchyroll or other legal platforms. Support the official release. Now, Naruto Shippuden, episode 32. Let's go.
I can't get a break. I thought my self-destructing clone would prove useless as well.
Clone.
How did you make a clone?
Art.
You have no arms. I said it would be cheap if he got away, and I stand by that. Fuck this. It's just stupid. Instead of showing a flashback of him doing this, I want to see a flashback of how he possibly made a clone without arms or hands or anything.
Just in time.
I'm just pissed off.
Then again, it did create enough of a diversion for me to get away.
Right.
My arms.
How is this relevant to him getting away, though? Like, it shows how he lost his arm that has nothing to do with what he just said. That doesn't explain how he got away.
How did you make... He still has no arms.
But all is not lost. Only up to the elbow to find the rest of it. And the ring.
I don't like where we're going with this shot. If they somehow bring him back as well, I'm going to be livid.
So this is Sasori's true form. Look! Here it is! Here it is, Mr. Zetsu! I found it!
Right. What's so important about these? They all have them. Oh.
After all, there's an open spot now, right?
Fool, do you really think it's that easy? Oh, come on. Why not let him join? Toby's a good boy. Let's go.
Wait a minute, Mr. Zetsu, please. It's right here somewhere. I'm sure I can. Huh? Mr. Zetsu? Hey! Mr. Zetsu! Hey! Wait, please!
He'll be a member of the Akatsuki in no time.
Uh...
Also, you like Zetsu? Is both versions of Zetsu are both voiced by Travis Willingham?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This one's so good.
You really like
Yeah,
it?
I really like it. I really liked this song previously.
That's a fan favorite. That's like the anthem of early Shippuden. You are my friend.
I cannot believe he's still alive. I'm
Tell us how you
I'm
really feel.
so angry.
Why would you? What reason could you possibly have for being angry about that? It makes perfect sense if you don't think about it. It's also funny. I mean, it's a shadow clone jutsu, but we just learned in one of the after credits things how to do the shadow clone jutsu hand signs.
Mm-hmm.
And then he does a clone jutsu with no hands.
How much longer? They'll soon be in sight.
Everyone is just waiting.
Don't look at the sun! Oh shit.
I never realized that there's so many of them
Of
who went after them. It seems like there weren't. And then there were.
It's Gaara.
Yo, we can't have a repeat of the third Kazekage. We can't just send all of our ninja out to look for the Kazekage. Also, the Sand Village sends all of their ninja
I don't
out.
even think that they sent them, because, like, I think Konkuro and Tamari just went against orders.
I think maybe Konkuro used some sort of authority to like, take them off duty. But also, remember, even though Gaara is alive,
That's what I call a warm welcome.
he doesn't have the Shukaku anymore.
Yeah.
Look at
It's
how
important
many
to
people
remember.
there are.
Yeah.
Just what you'd expect for the Kazekage.
Maybe you can finally get some sleep.
Yeah.
I'm happy you're safe. Thanks to these people. Naruto Uzumaki, I thank you.
Huh? I'm not the one who... I mean, I hardly did anything at all, really.
Lord Kazekage, your people are waiting to welcome you home. All right then, shall we go? No, wait. Huh? Not yet.
Yes, you're right.
Let us honor the memory of Lady Chiyo. A moment of silence. Well, sis, we made it back home. What? You're leaving already? Worried about the Leaf Village's safety. I understand you want to get back as soon as possible. Even so, in your condition. Oh, don't worry. I have comrades I can rely on to get me there. He's right about that. By the way, we already dispatched the preliminary report with Takamaru. But there was no mention in it of the fates of the two Akatsuki members. Don't you want to inform your village? I'll report that news to the Hokage myself. You see, there's something else troubling me.
Good boy.
Milady, if I may, what is it? Despite the fact that this mission was successful, I was wondering if Master Jiraiya wasn't right to question the wisdom of sending Naruto, a Jinchuriki, to face an enemy that we know is on the hunt for the tailed beasts. Even with a former Anbu Black Ops member like Kakashi along to protect him, wasn't it taking an enormous risk sending Naruto on such a mission?
It's because Naruto is what he is that I sent him. The only one who can truly understand a Jinchuriki is another Jinchuriki. Besides, Naruto's got that mysterious power. One that makes everyone he meets want to bet on him.
She didn't want a headstone on her grave. But despite her wishes, I thought it was better to have one. I felt sure that people would want a place to come to remember her. Everyone, say your farewells. Let's go. Right. Sakura! Naruto! We really should be going!
Right. Come on, Sakura. It's time to go.
Thank you, Lady Chiyo.
I guess this is where people are supposed to shake hands and get all choked up. But I've never really been very good at that stuff either. So let's just leave it.
Kakashi's like, can we get the fuck out of here, please? I want to go home. You can still use the sand, though. Even though Shikaku's gone.
How sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Can't you two go any faster?
Really?
Sorry about this, guy. Sharingan really takes a lot out of me. Takes me a while to get back up to speed.
Will ya?
What happened?
I was thinking it was funny they don't use a piggyback.
Grown men playing piggyback. It's almost creepy.
Oh, brother. What the? I get it. A training exercise.
So, you want to see faster? Now, show me faster. What's wrong, slowboats? Can't keep up with me? Let's go!
Neji, forget it.
Oh, I wish Naruto would have hopped on.
I wish so too. I love that. He just wants to give his rival. Oh shit.
What do you know? Looks like Deidara's a goner too. Blew
Found the
himself
arm.
to bits from the looks of it. Don't you think, Mr. Zetsu? They're probably body parts scattered all over here.
Get your hands off that, you fool!
Dear, you must have had a close shave, huh, Deidara? But you're in one piece? Oops, sorry.
Toby, even the Buddha loses patience when insulted a third time. One more word and there'll be no doubt about the cause of your death.
You're just gonna bomb me to death, right?
That was the third
No,
one.
I'm running low.
Death by suffocation!
I'm still so angry that he's alive. It's such bullshit.
I have made certain that you will be assigned to Team Kakashi. I've made arrangements. Not only are you close to Naruto Uzumaki in age, you are stronger than anyone of your generation in the village. Most important of all, you possess those incomparable talents with a paintbrush. From
Where
today,
is this?
until the completion of your mission, your name will be Sai.
Sigh. Yes, I understand.
Guess this is their new team member.
And wipe that
But I have
fake
no idea where
smile
this
off your
is.
face when you're
Forgive me. I read that in order to win people over, one must be able to smile. I've been practicing, but creating facial expressions, it's still quite difficult for me. Bit of a teaser.
Should we watch this now?
Sure. It sounds like the same band as OP3. Oh, Little by Little, it is. From OP3 of
Yeah.
Part 1. Kimi Monogatari. With the glasses. Okay, what'd you think of that one?
It started off really good. It was, really nice. The respect for Lady Chio, and then everyone saying their goodbyes. and everything, but fucking Deidara, how is he still alive? He has no arms. This guy has no arms. Yeah, first of all, he managed to do a substitution with no arms, which is kind of bullshit, but I mean, I guess maybe you can work around it by saying, oh, well, he doesn't actually need hand signs because it's like a sleight of hand thing, but maybe he could just sort of jump out of there. But I see zero excuse for him being able to make a clone without hands.
I mean, we saw him do hand signs with one hand.
Yeah, but he has no hands.
That's a really strong point. But maybe because he, like, uses his mouth in his hands, and he could chew, and maybe he, like, chewed and spat out a clone. How he chews and then spits out a tiny version of the thing and then expands it into a larger version.
Yeah, but if the clone was made out of detonating clay, which first of all, he was running low, so that doesn't make any sense. Second of all, he needed to get there to take a bite to be able to turn into that.
Ooh.
I don't know. I think it was just kind of bullshit. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, he's alive.
I'm really mad about it. Fucking Toby. Just an idiot.
Mr. Zetsu! He kind of sounds like Samwise Gamgee, but, like, annoying.
But if he was Frodo.
Yeah.
and in anime. Yeah, that kind of funny character. Guy and Kakashi, everyone being disturbed by the fact that he's getting a piggyback. Even though I was thinking that why don't they be giving a piggyback? Like...
Why don't they be given a piggyback?
Why aren't they transporting each other rather than, like, hobbling along? Just give them a piggyback. They're all really strong. Like, you know, even Sakura could carry him, no problem. She can punch through anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But that was a good final episode to the arc.
Mm-hmm.
And judging by the opening, which they always play like a couple episodes too early,
yeah,
it seems like it's going to be less of a focus on the Akatsuki this time, more onto Orochimaru. Potentially just maybe not, but judging by the fact that the Sand Village is apparently not involved from that end bit, and then in the opening, there's a lot of Sasuke, a lot of Orochimaru, lots of Naruto, the new team member, so
whose name was it's a super easy...
It started with an S.
It did start with an S.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
How don't you know? It was like the last scene of the whole shit. How don't you know? Take a wild guess. How many options could there be? Is his name Ski? Is his name... How many names? Just guess a random S name. One syllable S name.
I don't know.
Just guess a random one.
I can't remember.
Just make a guess. I'm not asking you to remember. I'm asking you to guess a random one. Just say a random name.
Say.
Warmer. Just. One more time. One more strong guess.
I don't remember what the last letter was.
Seth. No, it's Psy.
Psy. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, I guess you were. In that you guessed an S name.
Okay. I already don't really like him, but
apparently he's a fake smiler and he's not good with...
Yeah, he's seeming like he doesn't really know too much about anything. Like, about interacting with other people.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's gonna go. Introducing... And his power, I guess his jutsu is kind of different than anything we've seen at this point. He, like, paints stuff and they come flying off.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And he's at some weird place. So I don't know where they are. But anyway. Yeah.
To show... Yeah, so it's presumed that it's in the Leaf Village.
Yeah, but
So-
I don't know where. It seems to be a huge building.
Yeah.
But, I
I
guess.
don't know whether we're looking up or down, like, from this perspective with the way this is going. It's hard to
Yeah.
say.
Anyway, interesting stuff. That was a really good arc. That was maybe one of my favorite... That was maybe my favorite arc out of all of Naruto.
I figured it might be. It really fucking starts off with a black... Some people say Shippuden starts off slow. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I think it's just because it's in comparison with the stuff that happens later. The stuff later stuff is like really...
Out of control.
Yeah. So this is...
Yeah, I've played the game like years ago, and I don't know if it's anything like that, but even if it's like half as crazy as some of the cutscenes in the fighting game, it's out of control. So I guess it's not as crazy, but it's really well put together, really well paced for not like, especially compared to part 1.
Yeah.
It was better in every way. The villains had like motivations and personalities other than just shitty insults. And some of them, like, they were actually scary. Like, Sasori was kind of scary. He was a serial killer who took the bodies of the victims and turned them into puppets. And then, like, the side, like, we actually got to see Guy's squad, and even though most of their fight was kind of bullshit, we at least got to see them some more. And there was a lot of emotional development, even for side characters like Lady Chio. So, I think it was a really good arc.
Me too. That was way better than I remember it being, and I remember the start being really good, but then once they started going after Gaara, then I remember not liking it quite as much or being kind of tuned out. But on the rewatch, yeah, it's like way better than I remembered for sure. It was really good.
It still has flaws and kind of plot holes and kind of bullshit things, but I think it was pretty good. Another thing that we talked about off screen, I'll just say it now because it's the end of the arc.
Okay.
But the iron sand. We were talking about.
Oh right.
We were talking about how he was like, "I will shred you up," and then just made it into huge blocks that could easily be dodged or
deflected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, of course, he could, if he did it actually as he said, they wouldn't have stood a chance. So it makes sense that they didn't do that, but I kind of wish he didn't.
Like, then they would be stronger than the strongest ninja who's ever lived in this fucking sand village.
And, like, literal, almost microscopic iron...
flakes.
Just, you can't dodge that no matter where you go, no matter how fast you move, you can't.
And, like, we saw when he used that to its fullest extent of, like, creating that web of, like, jagged, like, you know, things, and it, like, fucked them up immediately. Like,
yeah, he could have
and just imagine if he just created a cloud that, like,
yeah, because he basically just turned them into knives or, like, a boulder
geometry.
A boulder that he could have, since he's a puppet master and he can attach a string to anything, he could have just attached it to a literal piece of rock that was lying on the ground.
Yeah.
But that, and then there was, like, the stuff with Deidara, which I think is also kind of bullshit. But other than that, like, it was really, really solid. And I'm willing to forgive those things.
Yeah.
Because of how good everything else was.
Yeah, yeah. And we binged it real quick, which I think helped also. Gonna try to do more of that in the future. But yeah, I'm glad you really enjoyed the first arc. It's good to kick it off with a nice, positive, solid arc with a good fight and a lot of significant relationships and themes built. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you really liked it because that bodes well for the rest of Shippuden if you really enjoyed that one. So yeah, I guess if there's nothing else you want to say, we're going to move on.
Yeah.
Alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed the reaction and review to this episode of Naruto. Leave a like, subscribe, maybe comment if you're interested. Also, if you're interested, five episodes ahead on Patreon if you're not already there. If you are there, thank you very much for your support. A lot of you guys have joined, so thank you very much for all those who are pledged on Patreon in the $5 or $10 tiers. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. We will see you in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.